Six-time Mr. Olympia champion, one of the greatest bodybuilders to ever walk on this planet, Dorian Yates started bodybuilding when there were no coaches, but everything was self-taught. He learned from experienced guys in the gym, magazines and occasional seminars by top American bodybuilders visiting the UK, as the sport was heavily US dominated back then.
But very much I did it myself. I think I really was attracted to bodybuilding because it was very individual at that point. People didn't have coaches and nutritionists. I had to go to the library and buy a book on nutrition with all the breakdown of the macros and everything like that. And I enjoyed that process. I enjoyed the learning, the training, and it's kind of was doing this all on my own.
But that learning process is what he genuinely loved. If you don't want to miss such updates, hit follow right now. From day one, he approached bodybuilding systematically. He wrote down his workouts, reviewed progress monthly, and set clear goals like pushing his bench from 100 kilos for 6 reps to 105. He was deeply inspired by Arthur Jones and Mike Menzer because their high-intensity philosophy made sense on paper, but more importantly, it worked in practice. Early on, he trained just 3 days a week because he was natural and working full-time and kept progressing. But whenever he tried to train 5 days like others, progress stopped. Theory can sound perfect, but the results always decide. That is why he became a lifelong believer in short, high-intensity training. Even later as a professional with drugs and full recovery, he rarely trained for more than an hour, 4 days a week, but intensity was never compromised. He began training in 1983, competed in 85, and about 2 years in, started low-dose oral steroids around 20 mg of Anavar and Dynabol because injections felt intimidating back then.
That's when I started using, but it was like 20 milligrams a day of Anavar or Dynabol that I was using. Even an injection, because everyone was a bit nervous about having an injection initially. So everyone would pretty much start with the orals, although
by 1986, he was already British champion, shocking everyone. But the real leap came later. Growth hormone entered seriously in the 92 off-season at around 8 IUs a day, breaking a long plateau and pushing him from 280 to over 300 pounds. But that size came with a price. In 97, a torn triceps tendon changed everything. The injury created a permanent imbalance, especially in the medial head, and he knew he could no longer train or compete at the highest level. But for him, second best was not an option. Walking away ended the career, but it started a deeper battle. Retirement stripped away his identity, and with no internet or social media, he felt completely cut off and lost. He stopped all drugs cold turkey. His hormones crashed. Anxiety and depression took over. His mental health normalized only after starting TRT 250 a week. Now at 63, injuries limit heavy lifting, and high BP forced him to drop weight from 255 to 230 at 10% body fat. His focus now, how to age better. He lifts weight twice a week using lighter loads like 25 kilo dumbbell presses, trains legs once a week, cycles, does interval cardio, and practices Pilates to maintain mobility without pushing extremes. So the question is, one injury ended Dorian's career. So how injury proof is your training? Don't forget to like and share with your friends.